Hey students, welcome to the week of April 23rd. My name is Dr. Ryan Bradshaw, and I just wanted to follow up with you as we come to the close of our semester. It is right upon us. You should be feeling great about all that you've accomplished this semester. I know it's been a tough one, but that's what college is about. It's about exercising your minds and learning how to be organized and to keep everything together as you proceed through this educational journey. So it's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be a challenge, because when you finish, you should be able to look back and say that was worthwhile. The things in life that are tough are what you remember as being worthwhile. The things that are easy, anybody can do it. So you want to challenge yourself. This is how you really grow. And you may or may not appreciate that now, but as you grow and learn and do more, you'll appreciate that development. A good example of this is if you take any type of self-defense training. You may think, "Gosh, it's hard. I'm like sweating. I'm sore because I'm doing the self-defense training." But imagine that if you didn't do it and you actually needed to defend yourself, then it does you no good. So there's a reason why that you learn, because you want to have the skills and knowledge. So when the time comes and you have to get up and do that presentation at a board meeting, or you have to be a guest speaker at your kid's school, you'll have some of those leadership skills in place and feel comfortable stepping out there and making it happen. So I love quotes. I'm a quote guy, and one of the quotes I've read over the years said that 90% of life is just showing up. And there's a lot of truth to that. Just showing up, doing the work, and being there will help you be successful. And for those of you that have shown up this semester and have done your work, I'm greatly appreciative, and wish you the best of success as we move forward. Couple reminders for those of you that have not registered for either summer or fall, please reach out to your advisor. We're still looking for students who have not registered. I've got several that are my advisees that I'm still trying to track down. So please take the opportunity to reach out and make sure that we have you set up for the fall classes or the summer. We still have a lot of availability, but as we get closer to that date, our availability starts to shrink. I've already had several classes close out that I've had to try to get exceptions for people that absolutely had to have that class to graduate. So don't wait until the last minute to get these registrations in. The next opportunity for fall registration is going to be June 30th. They may or may not have any availability between now and then, but that's the next official date, is June 30th. Registration for summer is still currently happening as far as I know, so you can make that happen, but make sure you're in communication with your advisor on that. The last official day of classes is going to be May 7th, which is a Monday. By that point, we should have all our assignments turned in prior to that based on individual course schedules. And with that said, I'm going to just quickly navigate through some courses. For my seated business law folks, we've had a discussion this morning about what we're doing over the next couple weeks. No need to talk about that. For my seated principles of management students, we're once again very close to the end. And just taking a look at the course schedule for the week of the 23rd. Yeah, we're on chapter 15. 2 chapters left, 15 and 16, with the final exam being that we're going to have that being due Friday the 4th, and we are done. So we'll be doing chapter 15 this week and 16 next week, and then that will be it as far as classes are concerned. 4 more class meetings. Wow, that would happen quick. So the online business law 1, folks, you should be into chapter 25, I believe now. Let me take a look. Let's see. Once again, week of the 23rd. No, you're actually on chapter 26 now. So you have chapter 26 and chapter 27 coming up this week and next. Chapter 26 being due Wednesday. 27 being due the following Monday, the 30th, and then the final exam on the 2nd. So after the 2nd, that should be, all your work should be turned in and you should be done. If you guys need anything between now and then, please let me know. A couple more classes real quick. For my small business management folks, I posted this week's assignment, and I'm showing you this as an example. This is the timeline example. Just you want to identify major milestones as your business develops. And I'd like for you to show some stuff leading up to the launch of the business, launch being the major milestone, and then a few milestones beyond the launch. And I've gave you some examples in the Moodle shell to look at. So check that out. And it can be in a line format, or it can be in a list format, or both. Whatever you feel like is going to be the best fit for you. And then lastly, we get into the intro to business, folks. And our course schedule here, we're getting close to the end. So hang in there. I know it's been a busy 8-week class for our Spring 2, folks. We've got Chapter 14 and 15 this week. April 30th is a Monday. That's next week. And then our test, the final test, will be on May 2nd. So you guys have some work to do. And, let's skip right over it. Test number 5 is due tonight. So you guys need to make sure you take care of that test there. All right, so that takes care of kind of our discussion on where we're at and where we're headed. Just a brief recap for the next coming weeks. So what else can we discuss? I would like for you at this point in the classrooms to go through and look at make sure you should have been looking at your grades all along, but look at all your assignments, kind of flip through, and if there's a grade missing, please let me know. I try to go through and audit those grade books, but there's probably, at this point, maybe a couple thousand data points to look at when you consider all the students and all the grades that we've had over the course of the semester. So I'm sure there's a couple thousand grades in there over the various courses to look at. That being said, I don't want to have missed one of your assignments and not giving you credit for it if for some reason that I graded an assignment and didn't see yours, or whatever the reason may be. So take a look at your assignments. Make sure that you have credit for everything where credit is due. If you see something that's out of character, out of whack, drop me an email. Let me take a look at that for you. I'd like to know about that in advance versus me looking at it or finding out about it 3 weeks after the semester has ended. It creates a whole lot more administrative mess for everyone if I find out about something late. And I'll say this too, if you have a grade that's on the lower end of a 10-point scale, so generally, like 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 90 is a B, or 80, 89 is a B. If you're like at an 82 and you miss one assignment, chances are that's not going to be enough to shift your grade up significantly to the next letter grade. I'll look at it and let you know, but I had that's popped up, a time or two over the course of my history teaching here, where a student had submitted an assignment and either I missed it in the grading or it was a late submission and didn't get a notification to go back and check. In any case, I went back and looked, and it was not enough of even if they got 100 on the assignments, wasn't enough to bring them up to the next letter grade. And we'll have those discussions if you discover something you need to need for you to look at. But in any case, for the moment, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to check in with you again next week and the following week. I hope you have a great week this week. A couple tips: get outside, enjoy some sunshine. Make sure you get enough sleep, drink enough water, eat some fresh fruits and vegetables. You'll feel better. And take care of yourself. You're the only version of you we've got. We need for you to be happy and healthy, okay? All right. I'll talk to you next week, and have a great week, okay? All right.